the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a loss of
moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. It's complete to Drake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he hits Drake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
He'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may reach.
Another day, another way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 38 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Murray, room here to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals, nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devon Kennard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
By
Isaiah Simmons in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short.
A big game.
It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First down, Cardinals.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the scramble. 53 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
The 43-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own
first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now he's going to use his legs. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Jackson on the key.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker now for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Cardinals 13. Justin Tucker to kick off for
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Right back to Drake. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They fake the handoff. Now Murray going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On second down, it's Drake. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He's got it to Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Take over 1st and 10. At their
the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 74 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is up to 5.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Murray to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
And the Cardinals,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. The catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises.